Hello, everyone, and welcome to our first episode of Tasting Menu, as you can see up in this corner. And Soup has made the overlay even more 90s than before.
Do you like my pop-up windows?
I love your pop-up windows.
I cannot wait to see this.
But welcome to Tasting Menu, a show in which the four of us will explore and taste, if you will, new to us tabletop role-playing games. But we are starting with a tabletop role-playing game that is not new to us, but it's one we have not played a lot of. We are going to play more Bubblegumshoe tonight. It's backwards because of mirroring, but from Evil Hat Productions by Emily Care Boss, Kenneth Haidt, and Lisa Steele, based on the Gumshoe system by Robin Laws. So, this crew is we are the Mystery Gals, the Mystery Team, Mystery Inc. Intellectually distinct crew in the town of Ruby Hollow. It's Scooby-Doo inspired, but instead of a giant Great Dane who kind of talks, it's a raccoon who also sort of talks and is maybe also in every place at once.
The overarching mystery is what's going on with this raccoon?
Yeah. How long do raccoons live? Because he's been around for like 10 years.
Don't worry about it.
Our investigators are Helen Duncan, Mary Jo Finch, and Dorothy Dot Hinckley. And last time they solved a Sasquatch participating in some sort of convoluted land grab with art. The journey was the fun part.
The journey was the important part.
So we return to the town of Ruby Hollow, and you all have been gearing up, especially those of you who actually work physically in the mall. The mall is attached to a Kmart. It's one of those malls. That's one of the anchor stores. And there is a surprise guest coming to the mall, and it's kind of been building around town.
Yeah, Marty?
I just feel like I already know where this is going, and I love it. And I love Andrew so much. Go ahead.
Hold on, I gotta laugh. Shouldn't have led with the Kmart.
Only 90s kids will know.
Yes. So as the day is getting closer, there are clues that are given out over the radio. This person is an actress of film and TV. She is a model, an entrepreneur, and finally a Kmart brand ambassador. And
oh no. It's worse.
On the day that this person is to appear, there is like a palpable buzz around town, and the mall is crazy busy. So at the B. Daltons, people are in and out, trying to guess who this person is, buying random like autobiographies, and I'm like, I'll get this sign. It's like, it's not Tom Clancy. Like, what are you doing?
No.
People are in and out of the once bitten, twice by. So it's pretty busy. And Mary Jo, I don't know if we determined if you had a job at the mall, because you have a lot of after school activities to do. So
yeah, I figured, because she did save up to buy a car, but I figured her job would be like at the local country club over the summer and not so much like during the year.
Okay. Perfect. So you might just be hanging out at the mall. Because it's a kind of Midwest town where the mall is the thing you hang out in. It's the mall or the country club. And you might want to hang out in the country club, but probably none of your friends are really there.
Yeah, parents go to the country club. Yeah. Screw that.
That and no, I think we established Jenny Mills was not going to the country club. So, it is revealed on the day that Kathy Ireland is coming to town.
You put me in a box, Andrew. I thought you were going to do Tiffany or something, but now I'm in a box.
Does Dorothy have any opinions about Kathy Ireland?
This is the hardest role-playing I've ever done. This is it. This is my Rushmore. Or Everest. People don't climb Rushmore. Whatever.
Well,
Somebody had flustered I am.
Somebody had to blow it up. Took a very long time to complete. That could be what you're referring to. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay. So when it's revealed to be Kathy Ireland, there is a light applause and a decent amount of people who just leave. They just leave. This isn't as cool as we thought. But there's a couple people who are like, it's Alien from LA's Kathy Ireland. Star of Necessary Roughness, Mr. Destiny, Amore, Danger Island, and she was the voice of Crystal on the Fantastic Four cartoon. That's a resume. That's what a poster says.
It's really
it's a resume.
That's a resume.
It is a resume.
But no, it turns out that it's just a big ad for Kmart, and people are disappointed. But Kathy Ireland is up there. So the mayor is there. Clearly, they're like, this is good for business and stuff like that. They introduce Kathy Ireland. There's a security personnel, the mayor, other people from the mayor's office. And yeah, it eventually, people get into it. She tells endearing stories, life stories about her actual self. And they all seem very nice. But towards the end, there is a disturbance on the stage. And what can only be described as a lizard man bursts through the portrait of Kathy Ireland, the big poster. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It hisses. And it says, "Citizens of Ruby Hollow, it is I, your lizard king. I demand $1 million to be paid in unsequenced bills, or else I will return to kill Kathy Ireland."
First off, Marty would like to say he knew it. Second, this is clearly a smokescreen. He has no intentions of killing his queen. And this is the hardest situation I've ever found myself in personally as a human being. Dorothy says, "Wow."
The lizard man screeches again. Kathy Ireland seems very upset. And quickly runs off the stage and just starts beelining through the mall for an exit. Like, the police start... Any exit? The police start chasing him.
Did he not have an exit strategy? Where did he come from?
So, you all are around the stage. You were given the afternoon off or whatever. Sergeant Fred is nearby. He seems rather confused. What would you all like to do?
I did presume I was looking down for the second story.
Sure. Yep.
Because I still have to be within eyesight of the bee Dalton in case things get crazy.
In case there's a mad dash on Lizard Man.
Yeah.
Propaganda.
Oh boy. Looks like it's going to be another Hollow Earth holiday.
Brandon has quit his job at the Hits to come work at the B. Dalton. And he says, I'll get the poster from the back.
Trying to think. There was a sci-fi series where it was a big clawed hand coming out of the earth. I'm trying to remember if it was V or it wasn't Battlefield Earth. Anyway, we can talk about that later. The important thing is now, it might have been Dinotopia. We are in the age of Dinotopias now.
Yeah.
Start getting some Dinotopia end caps right now, Brandon.
Of course. You're technically his boss.
Yeah. And Raptor Red, the best-selling book about... It's from the perspective of a raptor.
Not Jurassic Park?
No. No. Depending on which year, starting with a 9 we're in. Depends on which of those have come out.
He'll shove the Lost World back in its case.
I mean, this is exactly the kind of thing that's, going to set my mystery team all aflutter. I'm sure Helen is already trying to clear the stage of negative vibes or something. So I will look around for my sisters in mystery. My mystery sisters, my sisteries.
I think Sisters in Mysteries was the best one.
Okay.
Nah, I like sisters. Let's go with that.
Which just sounds like a cyst as opposed to a sister.
I suppose it does. It's not the best name in her story. Thank you. It's 1993. Get woke and stay woke.
Yeah, I'll be rushing that stage.
Okay. So do you have like sage to burn, or are you just rushing the stage? I'm taking these off. Ow.
I mean, when do I not have sage to burn? But
Fair.
Yeah, I'd probably want to like inspect the area first.
Okay.
Pull out like a sketchbook from my satchel.
Of course, you have a satchel with your flowing skirt. Okay, yeah.
That's where I keep all my journal.
You have to flip through all your journals. You take out a sketchbook and you start sketching. Sergeant Fred seems confused. That's about all he can muster right now. He's one of nature's sergeants. He doesn't think too fast.
Yep.
So he keeps like looking at the most people seem confused. Like, what? Okay, the lizard man's holding Kathy Ireland ransom, but didn't kidnap Kathy Ireland.
Yeah, that seems keystone cat's paw to the whole thing.
And several news reporters have kind of started to take photos of the crime scene as well. So, Dot, you can see that Helen has started to crowd the stage a little bit. And Mary Jo, what are you doing?
I think Mary Jo might have missed this whole thing. Like she was getting like drinks at the Orange Julius for her and Helen, and sort of just walking out to chaos.
I love it. Okay, yeah, so you got 2 Orange Juliuses, and you're like, there were people here a minute ago, and now someone's roping off a stage.
Well, what happened to Helen?
You can see Helen up at the front, so...
Oh, okay.
I'm looking for lizard scales.
What?
There's a lizard man. I'm looking for lizard scale. You know, I want to inspect like the poster to see if any like scraped off in the bursting through.
Sure. As you just climb up on the stage, because why not? As you just climb up on the stage, you can see that where he burst through, there is a green sticky substance that is, I mean, it might be paint or it might be lizard man blood.
Ooh. I want to pull out a vial and get some of that goop.
Okay. From your never-ending satchel. Yeah, you're one of those hippie girls who just has infinite room in their bag.
It's bigger on the inside.
Chakras aligned or something. It's bigger on the inside, yes. It's yeah, you scrape it into a vial. And at this point now, Sergeant Fred says, okay, hold on. I gotta remember this voice. I'm pretty sure it was this. Okay. Hold on. Helen, I'm gonna need you to come to... Helen, how's your mom?
Doing fine.
Oh, that's good. Make sure you tell her I said help, but I'm gonna need you to calm down. This is an active crime scene of it's an active crime scene.
Yeah, that's why I'm up here.
I thought we talked about
What
this.
would you say the crime was?
Dorothy? What did you say? I'm trying to public disorder this.
I see. Miss Ireland, I loved you and Mom and Dad Save the World. I will...
She is like visibly shaken, and she just takes your hand and says, "Thank you so much. I do it for the fans." And just a lot of eye contact.
Dorothy does not visibly recoil. You usually don't have to declare those kinds of actions. But yes, I would like to go behind the stage for where this lizard man, so-called, made his entrance.
Okay. Let's see. What are you looking for back there?
Well, I guess he didn't. I mean, unless there's a hole to the center of the Earth, which I'm presuming there isn't. Yeah, he had to come from somewhere, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, is there like people behind the stage? That would be a stupid place to stand to see star of screen and smaller screen, Kathy Ireland. But like, yeah, is there any, like, from behind? Is there anywhere where it seems as if a likely approach was that he burst through the poster of her representing her clothing line?
It's affordable and chic. Only a Kmart.
Sure. It's for people who definitely don't ingest mice on a regular basis.
So
for people who don't ingest mice on a regular basis, for people who don't ingest mice on a regular basis.
So this is not on your sheet, but I'm going to ask you a question about your...
Yeah, my sheet is a shambles, by the way. I apologize for it.
No
very
problem.
Unprofessional.
No. It's not an ability on your sheet, but I'm going to ask you. I see. Would Dorothy be involved in the school theater at all?
Boy, I think crew sounds like it's an indoor activity, and you get to dress mostly in blacks in the dark, and that appeals to Dorothy.
Okay. So as someone who's in crew, you kind of you can assess the staging back here a little bit. And there is a trap door back here that would be very easy to kind of... The stage is decently high that a human lizard man, or a grown lizard man, or a grown human man, could pretty easily duck underneath, do something down there, and pop out of the trap door.
I see.
And then make an escape.
All right, then I will focus in on that while Sergeant Fred is distracted. Maybe, unless he's on to me already. But yeah, is there any sign of preparation under the stage? Then that's my next target.
So yeah, if you pop open the stage and hop down there, you can see there is an empty duffel bag, and someone seems to have left a man's shoe down here. And it is a fairly nice looking leather shoe, like that a businessman would wear. Some sort of professional.
A business shoe. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so that's what Dot is doing. So Helen and Mary Jo. Fred has sort of cornered you, but not really. So I mean, you're not in a corner. It's a giant open mall. But he has pinned you, or he has ID'd you, and is kind of trying to keep you in one place. But he asks, well, yeah. So what do you think happened?
I mean, clearly a lizard man burst forth from the earth, probably from the sewers beneath our humble mall, and is quite badly holding Kathy Ireland hostage.
Yeah, she's right there. She's right there. So
yeah,
feels like an empty threat. What do you think a lizard man's motivation would be?
Well, I'm pretty sure that he said that he wanted like $1 million or something. It seems like his motivation is to get the money.
Well, what I'm asking is, why would a lizard man want money? But you are more the expert in these things. That's why I'm asking.
I mean, gosh, how long do you got, Sergeant Fred? I mean, what could a lizard man not want with money?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, their eternal quest for world domination needs funds somehow.
Okay.
You can pick up a pamphlet about it at my mom's shop. You know. There's like a whole carousel of just lizard people, and
I need you to look me in the eyes, Helen, and tell me you're okay.
Yeah, why? What's up?
Nothing. Just gonna give you my card. And maybe not call your mom for a while. But he'll kind of turn and say, I have to secure. Please don't interfere with the crime scene anymore. I have to go interview more witnesses. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. No problem. I'm just going to, walk around here and, take mental snapshots of stuff and jot it down.
Kathy Ireland will be here for a while, I'm sure. So she might be signing some autographs if anyone's a fan of Necessary Roughness. A movie I have for sure heard of.
More of a Loaded Weapon fan myself, but what are we going to do?
That sounds like another movie I've seen. It must be good. She's a very successful business person. Sergeant Fred will walk away. So Helen, Dorothy, and Mary Jo. Helen and Mary Jo are together. You now have Orange Julius's. Add one Orange Julius to your inventory, Helen.
Yes.
And Dorothy is nearby. So how do you? What now? Folks?
Yeah, I can pop up from beneath the stage with a shoe, a single shoe.
Oh, hey Dot, what are you doing with that shoe?
Investigating the mystery and not falling for these cockamamie claims, first asserted by Edmund Haley in the late 17th century. But I won't say anymore, Helen. I just don't mean to make your mom sad. But I was looking behind stage, and it seems like there was an empty duffel bag, and this single shoe that actually looks like it belongs to somebody. Kathy Ireland, with your background in fashion, perhaps you can tell me the make and expensiveness of this shoe.
Yeah, Kathy Ireland, continuing to not blink, will take the shoe.
Taking everything I have.
And say, of course, anything for a young fan. And she'll investigate the shoe. And she says, it's an average size, so it's not particularly big or small, so that's not necessarily going to be helpful. But it is information. But she also says it's not a name brand shoe. It would have been made by a cobbler in town. So if there's like a fancy men's shop, then it would have been made there. And there is a fancy men's shop in town.
The good one or the bad one?
The good one.
Good, okay.
And you don't have to go to Violet Hill for it.
Oh, thank God. God. I'd rather be overrun by lizard people.
Kathy Ireland says, I'm going to Violet Hill next. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Oh, boy.
You're a lost cause, Kathleen.
That's the best acting you've ever done, Kathy Ireland.
I think Mary Jo's going to ask the obvious question of Kathy Ireland is, why would a lizard man want to kill you?
She says, I am a very successful business person. I don't know. I don't think I've made any enemies. Perhaps he didn't like my movie Alien from LA, which does deal with a Hollow Earth scenario. If he is indeed a lizard.
Sequel.
Is there?
Yes, Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Is she in it?
Is a sequel. Yes, she is. You guys aren't prepared for the amount that I know about Kathy Ireland. So,
She starts talking about the sequel, which I have seen Alien from LA. I have not seen Journey to the Center of the Earth. I mean, I'm familiar with the novel, but yeah, she says she's not sure, other than perhaps this opportunistic person took advantage of a celebrity coming to town. Because the most famous person from Ruby Hollow played Leatherface in one of the Texas Chainsaw Massacres. I'll let you decide which one. Based on a guy who went to my high school.
fantastic.
Although,
Which means they got tired of playing the other dude who plays Leatherface, which is great. Boy, $1 million is a lot of money, you guys.
in 1990...
Yeah.
a lot of money.
What else is in the duffel bag?
Duffel bag's empty, other than the... And the shoe is just next to it. But, well, let's see. Hold on.
Is it
Maybe
like a
that's where
fairly...
the money is supposed to go in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, maybe.
What were you going to say, Liz?
I was just going to say, is it like just a very generic duffel bag, or does it have because you put a sort of it's like when you do the luggage at the airport, you put something on it to identify it as yours.
Right.
Like a luggage tag or something.
Yeah, it doesn't have...
Like your name.
Yeah, it doesn't have any of that, and it looks with Helen as a point in fashion, actually. So with Helen's point in fashion, it looks fairly new. Like they probably bought it for this crime.
Yeah, to put the money in. Okay.
Helen's already solved this, everybody.
Gotta go find a lizard man.
Yeah.
The simplest answer is the correct one. There was a lizard man. He presented himself to us. He made his demands. That's it.
And then he left.
With that as hostage. I mean, I don't even have to say what we're all thinking. This is a land grab. He's going to spend that $1 million on something. Some amount of land, probably. A parcel.
Probably to buy all of the sewers under Ruby Hollow.
There are no bad ideas at this point, Helen, and I always love where your head's at. Well, what time of day is this, Andrew?
It's like 2:00 on a Saturday.
Okay, because I would remind you that once the sun goes down, Kathy Ireland is a lot less active. It's true, natural. Anyway, so that's good to know. All right, so then the fancy men's shop might still be open. Now's not a good time to get on the internet at my house because somebody's probably on the phone. So, but tonight I will look up on my internet parcels of land for roughly $1 million in Ruby Hollow.
Yeah, so let's go to the store, I guess. The shop.
Before you go, I'm trying to see if there's like an eavesdropping skill. I don't think there is.
There's a notice one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you to have to spend a point in that though. If someone,
the more points I spend in that, the closer I am to losing my glasses, which is
that would be fun. But if someone would like to spend a point in sneaking, there is something you all could learn as well.
I've got 2 points in sneaking.
Okay.
Do I have?
I mean, I have 5.
Oh,
I think you have 7. Helen.
Oh shoot! I have 5 too.
Yeah, you're all kind of loaded. That's why I picked it.
Yeah, which probably that's from being on stage crew. You have to sneak.
Yep.
Naturally stealthy.
Always know
you
a
want it,
Milford
Helen?
man
You got it.
when I see one. Okay, yeah.
I think Dorothy is a little too convinced of her pet theories already that she would invest the point if she didn't need to.
I'll invest the point.
Okay,
There
perfect.
you go.
Yeah.
I don't even know if you know what? This is fine. It's like, I don't know if you actually spend general abilities like this. It doesn't matter. Okay. So as you're kind of leaving, if you kind of Sergeant Fred is talking to another police officer, and if you kind of get a little close to them, you can hear them discussing this, obviously, and they've also kind of deduced that someone clearly went under the stage, but the only people who knew that this was happening were the police force and certain people in the mayor's office. So, like, who among them would gain? Like, this was clearly premeditated in some way. You can't just, rent a lizard costume on such short notice. So they're kind of discussing like their kind of pet theories of who in the police or the mayor's office it could be. But then you all can continue to you go into the parking lot, which is just chaos right now.
Sure.
Some people who've realized that it was Kathy Ireland is here are coming in, not knowing what has occurred. But you all make it out to Mary Jo's Geo Metro, which roars to life. And
the way reminiscent of several sick dinosaurs.
Well, it's fueled by their bones, so it's fitting.
That's true. That might be what this lizard guide turned up about.
and you trundle down the street to the center of town where the fancy gentleman's shop is. And it's very simply called like Connor's Gentleman's Shop, with two P's and an E.
Not Dan and Andy's Dandy Lads.
Oh no, I do like that. It's called Dan and Andy's Dandy Lads.
Fantastic.
I don't think any of you would ever have had cause to come in here before, so.
Oh boy, no.
What would you, unless you were, helping a boy you were going to a date, or a boy you were going to a dance with, like pick out their bow tie or whatever. But even then, they're probably renting it from the men's warehouse. So yeah, you are standing outside. It's free parking on Saturdays.
I like the idea that this shot's been going on for this entire time of us standing outside of a. I've got a shoe.
Oh, I think you were supposed to leave that at the crime scene. Dot.
That sounds like something Sergeant Fred would say.
Yeah, how are we going to solve this mystery without the evidence?
That's right. I consider we've solved almost every other mystery in this town. I figured it was in better hands. Yeah, I will boldly open the door and ask Mary Jo to go first.
And Mary Jo will go first.
Okay.
As soon as that bell rings, I get spooked.
Yep, I was just about the little bell rings, and Mary Jo
really lose my nerve.
Walks into a nice little shop. It smells like someone probably used to smoke cigars in here, but that's slowly being outlawed. But otherwise, it is like all dark wood, and there's a bunch of suit jackets and pants laying around, and Dan or Andy walks out from behind and says, "Yes."
And Mary Jo will say, "Hello, sir. We have some questions for you about the incident at the mall."
Kinda. And what incident might that be?
There was incident where someone who may have bought something here threatened to kill Kathy Ireland.
I see. I don't serve criminals. How do you know they shopped here?
Hold up the shoe. Dot.
I slam it on the counter, say sorry for that, and retreat behind Mary Jo.
Yes. He sniffs in its general direction and he goes, "It is one of ours," before he picks it up. He says, Yes. What would you like to know about it? It's got a weatherproof sole, custom stitching, otherwise genuine leather throughout.
We would like a copy of a list of customers who bought it in the past few weeks, months.
He looks at it and he says, "This shoe is 1 year old." You can tell by the wear.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well. He'll start going through some paperwork, and he says, "Most unusual. Are you with the police? I don't often talk to them."
Yes. Yes, we are.
Aren't you a little young?
junior detectives. We're in training from Sergeant Fred.
Perhaps you've heard of him.
Kind of write down. Sergeant Fred 100% does not shop here. You'll write down Sergeant Fred.
I've got his card if you need it. He kind of gives one to me every time he talks to me. I'm not sure why.
Yes. Okay, well, he'll hand you a fairly... He kind of keeps going through, and he makes a list of people who have purchased this shoe. It's a list of like 20 people, unfortunately. It's a fairly common size, and it's just like a brown man's leather shoe. It's just like, it's our best seller. And you're like, well, shit.
Are any of them lizard people by any chance?
No. Top-notch clientele. With the mayor's favorite shop. He kind of points to the picture of the mayor behind him.
It does have the signature unremarkableness of the Midwest.
But he says, he says that, they're a favorite of businessmen and politicians alike. And he points to a series of pictures that says the mayor's favorite shop, and it's got several different mayors who all kind of just look the same. Like a series of... The shop's been here for like 30 years. It's just been like... It's like 6 different mayors, and they're all like... Are these the same person?
Speaking of the mayor, is there anybody from the mayor's office or the police force on this list?
Yeah, so looking through... one of the people listed is the mayor himself, Dick Ricker. And then, you don't know a lot about other kind of lower political positions, but the commissioner of police is also on here. His name is Rick Dicker. And you think that some of these other names sound familiar. Like, okay, I think this guy works at the mayor's office. I always said another dumb flip thing, but it's like there's Lou Donaldson. You're like, I think he's like the mayor's assistant or something like that. Lou Donaldson. There's a couple other like higher ranking, like there's the fire chief, whose name is Thomas O'Brien. The fire chief. Hold on. Sorry, let me look at my list.
I would like to say that I really respect that Dick Rickers thought that Richard Rickers sounded too ridiculous.
Let's see who else. There's a councilman on the list, Alan Simpson. And that's kind of all you recognize. And that was... Who has town lore? Helen or Dot, you would have known that.
Yeah.
Well,
Not me. Unless they're in my mud chat rooms, I don't know much about them. I'm in several X-Files muds.
Chester, who's been here the whole time, says,
Oh, yeah.
What's that, Chester? Do you want a new top hat?
Andy or Dan, for the first time, notices Chester and goes, of course, Mr. Chester. Do you need a new ascot?
That was the only move, Andy. It was the only move. And I'm glad you saw that. Of course, Chester shops at Dan and Andy's Dandy Lads.
He's our dandiest lad. The ad campaign is coming along very nicely. I'll show you some proofs later, Chester.
If your aim is to break me, Andy, tonight might be the night. This is all very much. But it's good. Okay, good. I'll let Chester do some light shopping as I consider our next move. Pocket squares, a go-go.
He's looking at cufflinks, and then he puts them down as if to say, what event am I going to that I need cufflinks? He just kind of does a little belly laugh to himself.
I guess the next move would be to head to the mayor's office. See if we can cross a few more names off this list. Because we have what, like 10?
At least that are in council adjacent positions, yeah.
Before we leave the shop, maybe we should tell Dan or Andy, whichever one is helping us, that if somebody comes in looking for another shoe, like the missing one, or a new pair of shoes, like the missing one, and in the same size, to please call us and let us know.
I will inform the police's junior detectives, most junior detectives.
I'm gonna.
Yes, I had an accent at some point. It's gone.
I'm gonna pull out a composite notebook and tear out a page and then write down.
Oh, and it's never perforated, so it's just all jaggedy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So just give us a call.
You kind of take it. Your big bubbly girl handwriting. He says, "Of course."
Don't call after night, or you'll wake up Moira.
She needs her sleep. Needs to get that 8.
He says that he hopes he has been helpful, especially to friends of Chester's.
Shoot, we should have led with that.
He gets up on the counter and shakes his hand. He says, yes.
Come on, Chester. We gotta get going.
I still think some of our best information might come from searching Prodigy, America's first online friend website. But I'm not allowed on it until after 7, so we still have time.
There is a library in town, and they have one computer. You can search LexisNexis for articles.
Look.
Or JSTOR.
The kind of threads that I go on AOL aren't allowed at the library, I've checked.
And you have a fresh 500-hour disc at home waiting for you.
A lot of deep fan fiction. You know what I mean? A lot of Scully / Scully fic that I'm really into.
Okay, so you all head to the mayor's office, which is not very far from here. As established last time in Ruby Hollow, the police station, the mayor's office, and the Freemason Lodge kind of make like a, as Dorothy put it, a weird fucked up triangle.
A 3-pointed star.
Or a 3-pointed star, that was it. A very weird 3-pointed star.
What some people call a triangle.
So you all walk down to the mayor's office, and the mayor's office is a buzz. Someone's threatened to kidnap a celebrity in this town, and that doesn't stand on Ruby in the Ruby Hollows watch. So as you enter, the big painting has been returned. You would have all read newspaper articles that one James Jimmy Clemson was arrested for the theft of several artifacts from town, some of which the police did not know were missing. So, and three unnamed tipsters, good Samaritan youngsters, were listed. You're underage; they can't.
Yes.
Unnamed.
Sorry,
That should be our
Mary
name,
Jo.
the tipsters.
The tipsters. So you all walk in. Also, I don't know if we've established heights, but I'm pretty sure Mary Jo's like 6'3", right?
I think I have written on the character sheet 6'1".
Okay, 6'1".
Yeah, you're.
I've been picturing Dot as very short because Velma is short,
Yes, I'm.
and then Helen as like average height.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like average, very tiny, super tall.
Yeah, I think you've got the whole of it.
But as everyone at home is picturing these girls standing outside of buildings, keep that in mind.
Yeah. Our silhouette.
So you all walk into City Hall. It's bustling. There are police officers here. There's a bunch of bureaucrats running around. And in the middle of it all is just this kind of older woman sitting at one of those circle desks with like a big steaming cup of tea. And she's just like zenned out. Like none of this bothers her. This is where she lives. She knows what she has to do. And it's just stand here and be sort of helpful sometimes.
With all the bureaucrats running around, can Mary Jo look to see if any of them are missing a shoe?
Oh, sure.
That was it.
Great.
First move.
You totally can. So,
Okay.
Notice. Okay, yeah, you have notice. Okay. So, your eyes immediately hit the floor. And,
Someone's uncharacteristically wearing sneakers or something. You know?
yeah, okay, that's a good, so no one is missing a shoe. No one is wearing sneakers or, like, socks, just socks, slippers, anything weird. But you can see someone who quickly walks into an elevator, and you didn't quite get a good look at them, but they were holding a bag that was roughly shoebox sized.
Mary Jo will like nod over to the elevators and like the guy walking in them and be like, "Found our first suspect, ladies." Oh, we'll see. Like do that thing in the movies where they go and look to see like what floor the elevator is going to.
Perfect. So as you're starting to walk back there, the lady who's sitting at the desk just kind of raises her head up and says, "Yeah, can I help you? Where you going? You can't go back there. Oh. No, you need to stop. You need to stop. Where are you going?"
We're gonna go visit the Councilman Helen Simpson.
Okay, do you have an appointment? Are you his daughters? Kind of looks at none of you who resemble each other. But she kind of nods like, yeah, that does check out for Alan Simpson.
Yep, that's us.
Okay, I'll buzz up for you.
No, that's okay. We're gonna surprise him.
Yeah.
Oh, is it your birthday?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, he's on floor 6.
Cool.
Here's a guest
Thank-
badge. It'll open the elevator for you.
Oh, thank you.
You've been very helpful.
I'm very good at my job.
You are very good at your job.
See you all.
We'll suggest to Daddy that you get a raise.
Bless your heart.
So thank you.
Is this a Make-A-Wish? Is this a Make-A-Wish situation for you?
No comment.
As you're leaving, she does turn to you and says, "Who's Kathy Ireland?"
She was She's an actress. She was in Loaded Weapon 1.
With Mel Gibson.
No.
With Danny Glover.
Close enough.
Yeah, still no, but Emilio Estevez is in it.
Oh. His father's Martin Sheen.
There you go.
Yeah,
You would know his dad. For sure.
Okay. So you all get back there, and unfortunately, because of the delay, you didn't see what floor that guy went to. But you now know Alan Simpson's on floor 6. You know, check him out.
Yeah.
Or do something else. Whatever you want to do. This is Bubblegumshoe. I almost said something different.
Yeah.
How many floors are there?
It looks
at
like
least 6.
At least 6. It looks like there are 8 floors total. Mm-hmm. And then the mayor's office is the 8th floor. It takes up the whole 8th floor.
Well, I guess we'll start at 6 and work our way down.
I was gonna say we can probably assume that like the first or second floor that maybe he didn't go to, unless he's one of those people that just doesn't want to go up a flight of stairs.
Well, not if he's wearing not his best shoes. But I have no preference.
So probably like floor 3 through 7, or we're. But yeah, we can start at 6.
Okay. So you buzz up to floor 6, and opens up into a little lobby where there should be someone behind a desk, like some sort of assistant or secretary, and there's nobody there, and there's like double doors, and it says Councilman Simpson etched on the double doors, and you can hear him loudly talking on the phone.
And it's just his office, like nobody else.
Nobody else, not here. You can see there's a hallway that there's an arrow, and it points down to Parks and Recreation. But it opens up onto his office. He's kind of the council. This Councilman Simpson's on this side of the building because there's 2 banks of elevators. It's the main feature of floor 6, the west wing. I don't know, east wing.
Sure.
Do we want to like sneak in there and check out his shoe situation while he's distracted on the phone?
Sure. Let's do it.
Does he seem agitated about something on the phone?
No, he seems excited about something. He seems boisterous.
Okay.
Can we hear what it is?
Yeah, it's
probably excited about his next land grab.
It does sound like he it sounds like he's betting on the high school football team, and he's trying to collect. You're like, oh, my dad voted for Councilman Simpson, and he should not be doing that.
This man is barely an adult.
And then he started talking about when he played for the Hawks.
Go. Yep.
Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Huge disappointment.
Yeah, he ran on a bunch of reform tickets.
Now, does he look like an average-heighted man for someone who's won multiple championships for the Hawks? Go Hawks! Does he look like he would sit?
He was probably
in a size
big.
9.5.
Yeah, he was probably big for a high schooler, and then never got any bigger.
Sure.
Or big for like a junior or something, and then everybody else got bigger. And he started warming the bench. But yeah, you can see his silly. He's not a particularly large man.
Okay. average build. He claims he's 6 foot when it's raining. So that's something.
He does, he's got kind of like a whole floor, so he does seem like the type that would. I mean, his name is on the list, but.
Well, does he have? I guess I'd like to look around for a shoebox of recently purchased footwear.
It does not look like there is a recently purchased shoebox here.
Is there, is the desk where somebody's supposed to be sitting at like a secretary's desk?
Yes.
Is there like a schedule or agenda or something that says like where he's been all day?
Excellent.
Very good
question. Why am I looking
You're
at
a
that?
real
It's a great question.
Bubblegumshoe.
Yeah, so he was supposed to be at the mall, and over the Kathy Ireland event, the assistant has just written, will not attend, parenthetical sick.
But he's not sick.
But he's not sick, and then the assistant has written in like his like he has a column for stuff he has to do, or she, they, whatever he. It's cramped boy handwriting.
It's 1990 something, Andy.
Boys can be assistants now.
Boys can be assistants now. It's an administrative assistant.
He wrote that he took a half day today. Like he was given the day off.
Sounds like he wanted to see Miss Ireland, star of Sometimes Screens.
Yeah, so he's looking more and more like a lizard man by the second.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Alan Simpson is a useful idiot for a number of reasons, but I'm more suspicious of his assistant right now. But go ahead.
No, you go first.
Well, no, I have literally no other leads. So we're all on an even playing field here. Somewhere in the back of my mind, a middle-aged man is screaming about who the obvious lizard person is, and it makes it tough to see clues that are right in front of us. So go ahead.
Mary Jo will there's like a little. Is there like a little bar name tags with the assistant's name on it?
Oh yeah. It is great. Hold on. It is Paul Springs.
And does the name show up on our list?
No.
Okay. I mean, we do have 5 more floors to check.
Yes.
But
It's true.
Alan, unless we want to confront Alan Simpson right now.
I mean, he's. You're pretty sure it's illegal to bet on high school sports.
We have Alan on some other.
Yeah, so certainly he's committed a crime. You're just not sure if it's the crime. Whatever crime has been committed at the mall, whatever they decide that is, impersonating a lizard man.
The shoe we have is a brown color. Would you say?
Yes.
Okay, Helen, you have a point in fashion. Is what Alan is currently wearing? Would it go with brown shoes?
No, you would say he needs to be wearing black.
Ooh.
He's got a black belt on.
There you go. I feel like.
I mean, only in look. It's hard to tell with Alan Simpson. He could be a guy who just doesn't get it and is wearing a brown shoe, but you don't think so.
It's true.
Great.
But he could have changed outfit.
That is true. if we got here, Ed
And
made a
lizard
stop
men
on the
are-
way from the mall.
Mm-hmm. And lizard men are
Then-
colorblind.
That's could be. Also, very likely, if it doesn't have a heat signature, he doesn't understand the concept of color. All right, yeah, let's go one floor down. I figure, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go a floor down, and this is the sanitation and maintenance floor, like the departments of sanitation and maintenance, and sewage and stuff like that. Sewage. But yeah, you walk in, and this is much more like kind of an open office, or what's the 90s? So it's probably all very tight cubicles. And you can see, there's a big sign that says Department of Sanitation, Maintenance, and Sewage. And a couple of people walking around. They seem unconcerned about the event. That has nothing to do with them. So they think.
That's more to do with them than they think.
yet.
Till all their sewers get bought up. Then they'll be answering to lizardmen.
By L. Izzardman. What's your cricket return policy?
You ate these. It's an empty bag.
So, pretty harsh, you'd say.
I mean, do we
Okay.
want to just walk around and look for somebody with a shoebox?
Yeah, there's still some mid-level functionaries here. Let's snoop around.
So you start walking around, and after 5 or 10 minutes, most people kind of assume if you're in a government building, you belong there. And it's kind of that vibe. But after a while, someone does kind of gather up the the curiosity to be like, can we help you?
Hello. We are on a we're writing a paper about the town's sewage and sewage system in terms of how ecologically friendly it is in our hip go-go's 90s world. Ecology is very important.
It is the hole in the ozone layer and everything.
Yep.
Earth Day.
Earth Day. It's the 30th Earth Day or something.
Yeah.
He kind of looks surprised, and he's, oh, well, it's good of you youngsters to take an interest. Yeah, our sewer system in this town is woefully inadequate for the growing needs of the town, both ecologically and structurally. It's a ticking time bomb, and I've been trying to tell these tight shirts that, and nobody wants to hear it. They're all like, it's fine. It was built in the 50s. It's over-engineered. I'm like, it's not. It's not going to... In 2021, when there's a plague, it's not going to withstand all the extra flushing for everyone being at home all the time.
Well, it would only be a problem if suddenly people think that flushable wipes are a viable alternative. That shouldn't happen. That's for babies.
No, it's for babies, but there are these things called fatbergs, which are disgusting and just what they sound like.
Well, that sounds like science fiction, my friend, and I only deal in science fact.
I understand.
What was your name, by the way?
My name? You're
Yeah, we
asking
need
my name.
We need
A
to
reasonable
cite you
follow-up
as a...
question.
Kevin
Kevin.
Klein. No relation.
Well, that's
Is that
funny,
one in the
'cause
name on our list?
No,
Man of Your Name just won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor in A Fish Called Wanda.
Thank you.
But a few years ago.
An underrated performance in Hunchback, if you ask me. He says, he is not on the list. And visually, he's wearing like white trainers, and he's got a short sleeve business shirt on, and some tie with a bunch of earths on it. Like,
I feel like sanitation and sewers is probably pretty business cash.
Yeah. And he's sort of got like middle school science teacher aesthetic.
Mm-hmm. I can tell from the fact that he cared at all about our future.
Exactly.
So, it's probably a no-go on this floor.
It's a hemp tie. It's sustainable.
Did you get that at what did I
Once Bitten, Twice By?
Yeah.
Yeah, love that store. Love it.
Oh, that's my mom's store.
Oh. Hey, Helen, how is your mom?
She's fine. What is?
Okay.
I keep asking that.
I like to think she's a very eligible bachelorette.
Yeah. She owns her own business.
She is. All right. Well, thanks, Kevin Klein.
You got it. Come. You can cite me. Please come back later.
Yep, we will in our totally real paper. Okay.
Bye.
I'd love a copy. Okay. So that was floor 5. So you did 6. Hold on. Let me keep a map of the building. 5. 6 is Simpson. Sewage.
So far, we found an excuse to come back to the mayor's office every episode. So
Yeah.
we're gonna need this in the future.
You can bust. Yeah, you can bust a gambling scandal. Mm-hmm. I'll have to think of how chupacabras relate to gambling or something. Okay, would you like to go to 4 or 7?
But like 7's like the full mayor, right? Like
No, 8 is the mayor.
8's the full
okay,
mayor,
8 is the mayor. All right.
I feel like the 6th floor we got a guy at least that was on the list. So maybe it's kind of like the higher up we go, the more chances of hitting somebody on our list.
Well, there's more floors. There's more floors below. So if we knock off 7, we know we're done with 7. So yeah, let's knock it off the list.
Oh, I made a mistake in where I put my numbers on my list. Okay. I ran out of room.
7 comes after 6.
No, well, no, I didn't leave myself enough lines to go up to 8. I wrote 7 here, and then I wrote text here. Okay. So you open up to 7. And 7 looks like it's under construction right now. It says there's a bunch of sheets over everything, and but it says like council hall here, or like the council chamber here. And then there's also a couple courtrooms listed. Like this is like where some of the courts are. But it looks like it's currently under renovations.
Perfect place for lizard men to hide.
Oh.
Right
places
under the
someone
mayor's
might
nose.
want $1 billion to spend.
But, I mean, the city gets money from our taxes that should be able to pay for the renovations. Seems like a very conscious, civilly conscious lizardman.
I pledge to lower taxes by extorting Kathy Ireland for the money.
It's what he ran on. It's what I voted for.
Can we be mad at him for it?
Fool's trying to act surprised now, but he said this is what he'd do. Is there nobody here? Hello?
When you call hello, you can hear a scuffle in a back room as if someone is like hurriedly trying to leave.
Follow that scuffle.
Give chase.
Oh yeah,
We're teens. We don't
Once
have any
again,
concerns from
3 teenage girls where no one knows where they were last or where they were supposed to be next. This is perfectly safe in 1990 something.
They don't have cell
in
phones.
an age before cell phones.
Yeah.
No cell phones.
No
Possible way of contacting an adult in an emergency.
You maybe have a beeper. Maybe.
Let's chase a grown person.
I just imagine this is what Dot is saying as we're chasing after.
But she's lagging behind. Yeah. Because Mary Jo is, an athlete 8 times over and is super tall, so she's just like a bullet way ahead of everyone immediately.
Don't worry, guys, I'm cutting off his exit.
You'll never get past me. I'm
Crazy Devil's back, I got it.
I'm 4'8". And he's a grown man. I'll be fine. Okay. So, like a flash, Mary Jo is out the gate. And you quickly you hit a corner, you start looking around, and you can see there is a doorway, like a stairwell door that kind of slams shut very quickly. And sitting in a heap next to the doorway is a lizard man costume.
Oh.
The lizard man shed his skin.
You weren't going to say it, I was.
I think Mary Jo has her sights trained on the guy, and she's going to book it towards the door.
Books it through the door, shoulders it open, and you can see they have. You can't see their face or anything, but they have run upstairs to the 8th floor.
Are you gonna keep chasing them?
Yeah.
Okay. Upstairs. Helen and Dot.
I will press up on the elevator.
What floor is he going to?
You think 8?
You're cutting off his exits.
I'm cutting off his exits. Let's see him escape when all the elevators are busy.
Hit all the buttons. Okay. So Mary Jo bolts upstairs, shoulders open the door to the upstairs, and this is the mayor's office, so it's a lot more bustling. And you can see there is a person pushing against most traffic up ahead of you. But everyone, otherwise, it's just like a lot of people who are like just trying to deal with this situation.
Yeah, I guess Mary Jo's gonna use her sweet basketball skills to
bob and weave.
Okay,
bob
perfect.
and weave.
For this, I am going to need an athletics check.
Okay.
So the difficulty will be 5, and you roll a d6, but you can spend as many of your 8 points as you would like to make sure you succeed on that.
I mean, yeah, I'll spend 2 points.
Okay.
That's it. That gives me a 2 at least.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I rolled a 6.
Okay. Oh, I think there are like critical hits in this game. You just do something great. Okay. So as at 6'1", you are still taller than many adults. So you can see him. He is shorter than you, and you can kind of see him. You're just like, yeah, you basically figure out, a clear path through. And yeah, it's a lot of spinning, kind of double faking. You break someone's ankles. And you get over and you
Just two smoking sneakers
Yeah.
on some poor mayor's aide.
you get up and you tackle this dude. Dump his books. Helen, what were you doing during this? Because Dorothy's about to come up through the elevator.
Inspecting this lizard man costume.
Okay, yeah.
Shed skin.
Sadly, it does not seem like the full outer layer of an actual lizard man. It is a rubber costume that is missing a decent streak of paint from where it burst through and got caught on some cardboard of the, or not cardboard, like plywood of the sign.
Just what a lizard man would do was wear a lizard man costume to hide the fact that he's a lizard man.
Helen, no.
They'd never suspect the man in the lizard man costume was actually man.
You raise a salient point.
Don't encourage her. Okay, so Mary Jo tackles this individual as the elevator doors slide open, Dorothy, and you can see Mary Jo tackle this person. But the room goes stock still because Mary Jo has just tackled the mayor. Dot, what are you doing? You hitting down or what?
No, I headed up.
I just meant as the doors open, you're not like, nope, lobby.
Yeah. Security. No, I'll walk out, I guess, and be like, Mayor Dick Rickers, you're wanted downtown.
Get off me, what?
In connection with terrorizing national treasure, Kathy Ireland. They tried to extort her for $1 million. What did you need $1 million for?
One of his
I can't
aides
get on
goes,
AOL until after 7.
yeah, what do you need $1 million for? Answer the question.
Excellent question.
Mary Jo, your knee in his back. You look down. He's wearing very new looking kind of store-bought business shoes. Like, they don't look like they fit him very well. And they're black when his outfit is clearly meant for brown shoes.
Perhaps you'll... Good.
She just scream that and be like, "Why are your shoes black? They don't match. They don't match."
Throw the shoe at him, Dot.
Perhaps you'll find this more comfortable. And actually, these have great arch support. I'm going to have to start ordering my shoes from Dan and Andy's Dandy Lads.
He's a miracle worker. I'm sure they can make some Mary Janes that'll fit you like dynamite. He says, I don't have to answer your... Get off of me!
I'll emerge from the back stairwell, lizard costume in hand, and say, well, then explain this.
J'accuse. The same aide goes, yeah. The mayor says, you know, I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for you and your stupid raccoon.
Oh yeah, where is the raccoon?
Forgot about Chester a lot this episode. He's here.
That's right. And Chester's here too.
He waddles from behind Dot and then kind of sprints and tackles the mayor as well, like his head. He's helping.
That's gonna be a flag.
He's clearly down, ref. Come on.
That's a late hit.
So late.
He gave himself up.
No, the mayor says $1 million would have been mine. The town would have never known I was embezzling if it weren't for you stupid kids and your dumb pet. Why does a raccoon even need a top hat?
It makes him fancy.
Not need a top hat.
Chester will slap him.
Oh.
Ask
stupid questions, you get hit.
The elevator next to Dot will ding and open, and Sergeant Fred says, "Take him away, boys."
And there's a third elevator open, and the boys come out and arrest him.
And they
Sorry,
come.
Sergeant Fred, one more time. We were in the elevator when you said it.
Take him away, boys. You're ruining this. This will come up at your 6 month.
Oh, man. And I suggest everyone vote for Mayor Kevin Klein next time, because he's got his eyes firmly on the future.
But someone comes and takes the lizard man costume as evidence, and a fourth elevator door opens as the IRS comes to investigate the tax shenanigans of Mayor Dick Ricker.
I will give the shoe to Sergeant Fred. Oh, I found this.
Dorothy.
Yep.
It seems like you solved another crime in this stupid town.
We all did.
You all did. Yeah, he was looking. He kind of looked at all of you when he said that.
Yeah.
The mayor's office is now in a different kind of panic, but you have all saved national treasure Kathy Ireland, who a fifth elevator door opens. And she comes to thank you personally, making a lot of direct eye contact.
Shaking us down for mice.
Just shaking our hands, hoping a mouse falls out.
Yeah. Asking us what our general opinion on mongooses is.
They're terrible, right?
Terrible, right? You'd never trust one.
But she'll thank you, and she'll give you some Kmart gift certificates and a free movie pass to Loaded Weapon 2, a movie that doesn't exist and she's not in. What would you all like to do to wrap up this mystery?
I mean, I guess go back to the mall and finish our Orange Julius's.
Yeah, I was going to say go get a Slurpee and a pretzel at a Kmart on Kathy Ireland, but Orange Julius is better.
Why not both?
Not both.
Dot, if you get back to the J. Dalton's bookseller, B. Dalton's, whatever it is, Brandon is just way out of his league. There was a rush!
Of course there was a rush. I'll get back to it.
Yeah, but then you leave and go sit at the fountain with your Orange Julius's and your Wetzel's pretzels. And the three of you can sit satisfied in the knowledge that you solved another stupid crime in this town.
Another crime in this stupid town. And this crime, once again, was disappointingly free of lizard people.
We'll get him next time.
The shot
said Dorothy.
The shot slowly pans to the poster of Kathy Ireland. Outros and plugs. CC.
Oh gosh. Hi, I'm CK on Twitter and Instagram. I want to plug silly mysteries with your friends. So that's what we did.
That's what we did.
Liz.
Hi, I'm Liz. I will also plug Silly Mysteries with Friends because I was having kind of a crappy day, and then I played this game, and now I feel better.
The healing power of role-playing. It's real.
Yay.
And Marty, is there anything you would like to say? Anything at all?
Like and subscribe for more truths. Like, Kathy Ireland is the forward edge of the spear of a lizard person invasion and has been for decades, people. Wake up, sheeple. She is coming for all of us, and she is ready to raid your nests. And you just have to be ever vigilant against the Ireland threat. I've been saying it for years. I'm going to mute myself. But like and subscribe because... Andrew?
Thank you, Marty. Oh my gosh. Yes, thank you to all my wonderful players for putting up with this absolute shenanigans. Thank you to everyone who watched. Like and subscribe. Let's see, what's this week? This week is Task Force Unlikely is back. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. In a couple weeks on Monday, Galaxy and Revolt will be back. And join us again next month for another tasting menu. We will play a different show, GM'd by not me, but CC.
Sue?
Me? What? No way.
Have a great night, everyone, and remain vigilant. She never blinks.
She doesn't blink. She doesn't blink. How do you know? She has nictating membranes.
Have a good night, everybody.